Hi Capricorn, welcome to your July general love reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general love reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Capricorn. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. To only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear this message. Hi Cross Watchers, you're very welcome here if you're interested in a Capricorn. Who wouldn't be? I'd like to remind Capricorn crosswatchers that energy is fluid, and this simply means you may feel like I'm describing a certain situation in the reading where you feel the roles are flipped or reversed, and that's completely okay. You're more than welcome to use your own discretion to flip those roles if that resonates with your specific situation the best. All right, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get your reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear set the energy and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times, and during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you may have in regards to your love life, and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Capricorn. How interesting. So the first thing I saw was specifically a male duck. I think they're called mallards. I could be wrong with that. But it was almost like then I heard sitting ducks. I wonder if there's someone that is manifesting, trying to kind of put back into the dating life, but there hasn't really been anyone that's really caught your attention, or that someone feels has caught their attention until they saw you. And it's kind of I heard mating season. So I wonder if this is someone that instantly you felt like you had a strong sexual attraction to, and that you guys have been kind of exploring this option. But then I saw a castle. So that was really interesting. I wonder if this is past life energy that's kind of tapping into maybe where someone worked at a castle, lived in a castle, and maybe even currently someone could live by in a historic castle. But I felt generally what this means in a metaphorical way is someone's looking for their king or their queen. Someone's looking for someone that is ready for it all, that wants to have it all, that's solid, dependable, has integrity, that can fight. And then I saw a knight after I saw that castle kind of get down and swear an oath. So I wonder if there's someone that is ready to kind of take this to the next level, Capricorn, that sees you as someone to be respected, that is going to, be kind of linked to someone by the end of the month, or someone's going to pursue that with you in a very serious way. I just see the letter P right now, as in Paul, as in Priscilla. First, middle, last initial can mean something to someone. I'm really curious to see what this is all about, Capricorn, so let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say. So for this reading, I am tuning into an energy in or around your psychic field of someone that has romantic feelings or intentions towards you right now in this moment, whether you are single or taken, whether you're currently in a connection with this energy or in a separation with this energy. Let's see whose energy wants to come through, why they're coming through, and what this means for you guys in the month of July. I'm seeing a cul-de-sac or a roundabout that someone could live by. Tell me more. Maybe something cyclical right now in this connection, or going in circles. Let's see. Tell me more about this energy for Capricorn. Okay, gibbous moon, you're very close to achieving your goal. So it may feel like you're going in circles, but I think actually there's something in the background that has been in the works for some time, and you guys are going to have something that you've wanted by the end of this month, I see. And this is like full moon energy. So I wonder if you guys work with the moon. You could have like Cancer very strongly in your chart, Cancer rising, Cancer moon, or this is a Cancer that you're dealing with. But I feel it's very close, Capricorn. And I think some of you guys have been patiently, like, whether this is you that's been kind of wanting to assess the situation or having someone else kind of take their time to get comfortable. Like there's something that they're ready to do now that they weren't ready before. This is very similar to Aries reading already. So if you guys are dealing with an Aries or if you have strong Aries in your chart, I definitely suggest checking out the Aries reading to see if there's messages for you there. But I do feel something's coming to light. Tell me more about this energy for Capricorn. Door to Spirit, number 32. Ooh, you know what I kind of feel here? Okay, so there may have been blockages within this connection, whether this was something that was like an internal blockage with someone or like things happening outside of the connection that like always kind of made you guys feel a little bit disconnected or separated. And maybe even some of you guys are going through a separation with this energy currently. I feel it was meant to be a break. I don't feel like this was meant to be the end all. There is something that Spirit wanted this person to figure out on their own that they couldn't do with you, Capricorn, because, you know, for whatever reason, psychically, physically, mentally, emotionally, they weren't ready to go on that path with someone because there was a lot they had to understand about themselves, heal about themselves, realize about themselves. I definitely feel as if you've given this person a spiritual awakening. You know, whether they're spiritual or not, there's definitely some kind of like coming to Jesus moment that they've experienced recently, and it made them kind of realize how much you mean to them, the importance of having you in their life. And like, I feel now Spirit, God, the universe is now bringing you together after a period of needed separation. But I feel the door is open now. And I think that this way they're coming back, they actually have changed. They actually have evolved. They are really seeing things from a higher perspective that they couldn't see before in the vibration they're in. But I'm hearing like prayers, like maybe they have been, you know, really communicating to their version of Spirit, God, the universe in a way. And some of you guys, it could have been like asking for you or hoping that this will fix or hoping that this will mend. And I think Spirit sees you're both ready now to be in each other's lives in the way that you guys should be. Wow. Tell me more about this energy for Capricorn, Spirit. Tell me more about this energy for Capricorn. What else is happening for Capricorn in July? Okay, the Unicorn. Good fortune and friendship. I mean, you know, quite literally when people say like you're a unicorn, it means like you're so rare. Your type of energy, your type of, you know, I feel like someone with unicorn energy is like not only beautiful on the outside, but beautiful on the inside. And maybe for quite some time, it took someone, you know, going through a separation or going through some loss to understand what they had was so special and so rare. And I do feel like someone's third eye chakra particularly has been very open, and Spirit has been sending them visions, has been sending them, you know, symbols, synchronicities that are in connection with you, Capricorn, or this is even what you're experiencing yourself. But I feel as if like truly they see everything clearly. They know what they need to do. And I feel as if Spirit's guiding them to do it. So if anyone's like coming back into your life, I feel there's a purpose behind it. I feel it's a positive purpose. And I feel that this is something that was meant to happen at the time before it couldn't. But now it's actually set up for everything to do so. And everything is falling into place now that is meant to, Capricorn. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and pull the tarot. So with the tarot, I'm going to ask, how do they feel about you right now? What do they think of you? What do they like about you? What do they not like about you? What do they like about the connection they have with you currently? And what do they not like about it? And what are their highest hopes and deepest fears in regards to this connection with you, Capricorn? What are they really hoping is going to happen and unfold between the two of you? And what are they afraid of? Nice. King of Wands energy, Leo energy. Yeah, you know, it's kind of like with this unicorn, I felt like it was wild energy at first. Like maybe you guys met when you were younger and like there was a lot of like partying, there was a lot of having fun, but then like you grew out of that while they still kind of stayed stuck in that. And I think there was a part of them that sabotaged this at a time before because they thought like, oh, I wasn't ready to settle down. I'm not ready to commit. But, you know, it's just what you weren't wanting. So I think someone had to kind of walk away from this, as painful as it was, because it wasn't giving them what they wanted. But I think, yeah, from this separation, I don't even know how long it's been, but for however long it's been, they've been really through a lot of things that has made them wish that they still had you. I feel like they've always had, I know this is going to sound a little corny, but it's true, like this undying love for you, Capricorn, that they've always remembered, always thought about, always kept very close to them. Ooh, tell me more. Yeah, the Empress. Wow. Taurus energy, Libra energy, divine feminine energy. I feel the divine feminine of this connection here was grown, wanted to start creating something serious, wanted to take a serious path. The masculine was just not ready. And it took the masculine some time to catch up to the feminine, definitely. There are 2 5s here. Someone's birthday could be January 5th, January 15th, December 25th, perhaps, for some of you guys. Tell me more for Capricorn. Yeah. There are also 2 9s. January 9th, January 19th, or December 29th. Could be someone's birthday as well. Okay. Wow, yeah. All right, so bottom of the deck, we have the Hanged Man. Sorry, I have to censor these for YouTube community guidelines, but this is Pisces energy. This is the break. This is the separation, and this was tough for someone because I do feel like they always had that lure to you. They always wanted to be back with you, but maybe Capricorn, you put out that energy of like, if you're not going to be, you know, in my vibration in the way I need you to be because I would be that way for you, then I need you to stay out of my life. And somehow they kind of got that message. So they left you alone. They had this break. But again, there's a lot that they've been growing to realize about love and romance that even may have stemmed from themselves, whether there was some sort of trust issues, emotional availability issues, commitment issues. Like that's something they've recently grown out of. And I think part of it is maybe even if some of you guys have recently reconnected in a friendship way, like the feelings are just kind of already starting to come back to them as if it was when you guys were at your very highest in this connection. And I want to say, like, being with you, you know, has had a huge impact on them, has made them see things a lot differently. And given it took them time to fully wake up to it, but it's because of you, Capricorn, that they are able to get to this amount of awareness at where it is now. So it's been some time, I feel, since you guys have like told each other, you know, that you miss each other, that you love each other. But I think by keeping the space, it was needed for them to do their growth, for them to surrender even. And I think they did a lot to kind of dive within about their own patterns, their own behaviors, their own traumas. And I think there's something through that deep dive that they came out of it with wanting to be with you. I definitely see that here. You know, this could also be someone who has served like jail time in the past, who has had a criminal history, but has grown out of that. Maybe just got off probation, I'm hearing, for some. Obviously not for everyone, but maybe even someone could work as like in the correctional, you know, career, right? So kind of want to clarify this hangman to get a bit deeper here. Tell me more about this hangman for Capricorn. Someone could have really nice legs. They always loved your legs and it was wrapped around them. Or someone could be very tall. Tell me more about this hangman energy. The Wheel of Fortune. Wow. Yeah, there were experiences you guys had to do apart. But it was meant to lead you back to each other. So recently, if this person's reached out or wanted to connect, like, I feel this is part of Spirit's plan. Tell me more about the Hangman for Capricorn. And we have the Six of Pentacles. They're ready now. And I know, I get it. It's sometimes really frustrating to hear. And obviously, if you don't feel this is your message, it's not your message, right? But for those of you where it's like, you knew that there was unfinished business, that there was something meant to happen, but there was a part of it where you realized it was out of your control, where you had to put it in Spirit, God's, the universe's hands for them to experience on their own, for them to come to find out on their own. It worked. The surrender worked. And with the Six of Pentacles, I think they realized that they didn't do enough before, and they didn't give enough before, where you gave so much. And that's something they do regret, and that's something they do see as something that they punish themselves up to this day for not doing enough. Bottom of the deck, Judgment. Yeah. So fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. I also resonate Scorpio energy with this, but yeah, this was a big wake-up call, and I do feel Spirit has recently sent them some sort of sign, some sort of dream, some sort of synchronicity that now's the time to rehash this. Now's the time to at least come forward in the way you couldn't before, and to put it all out there for Capricorn to understand, because I do feel on your end there was a lot you're still confused about. But this is like a resurrection. You know, even in the Rider-Waite-Smith deck, you see the angel Gabriel like calling out to people coming out of their coffins, right? And this is a new version of them, which I think you will see when you notice this person. Even physically, there's been changes. I don't know if they gained, lost weight, they changed their hair, they changed their style, something about like a completely change from the last time you've seen them even. So let's go ahead and get into the cards. So how they feel is the King of Wands. They're kings now. Again, doesn't have to do with gender or sex, but it's masculine energy. They are powerful fighters. They're passionate. They're full of life. And that's something you always did like about them. But with that fire energy, maybe before it was just untamed, unfocused, and it was out there, sporadic. You know, I think even I'm feeling like attention deficit disorder or ADHD for someone out there. I know it's so specific, but it may resonate for someone. And now they've known how to hone that fire in and to focus on the things and to have passion things for the things that are important. They're really good in bed too. And I think they miss spending that time with you. I do feel they really missed you, but now that they want to do something about it, they're not going to just leave this opportunity fly by. They want to take action, and they want to cement something here between the two of you, Capricorn. But what they think about you or think about this connection is the Three of Swords. Libra energy. So they are aware that they may have hurt you during this process. They may have been aware that, you know, their older version of themselves made a lot of mistakes. And there could have been, you know, in the past, like third parties, or maybe just the inconsistencies, the repetitive behaviors that they were unwilling to grow out of before really hurt you. And they know that's something that needs to be addressed. But with the King of Wands in their heart, like they want to own up to it. They want to explain, you know, not that it's giving an excuse, but explain where they were at the time, which I don't think they were in their higher version of themselves. And maybe a lot of the time back then, they operated out of a place of pain because it was easier to do something that could sabotage than to give your all for it not to work. I know that doesn't usually make sense to a lot of us, but for some injured, wounded souls, like, I don't know if you guys have ever read The Body Keeps the Score. It's a book about trauma, but, you know, they go over this thing about how, like, when you are hurt, the place of hurt feels more comfortable, and you're programmed for that. And that's something I feel like they really have addressed within themselves, realize that that was a safety zone for them to stay in that place, to operate from that place. I do feel an apology, like they do genuinely want to apologize for what they did or what they put you through or what they weren't ready for that may have hurt you. And they know this is going to be the main topic of conversation, because you're not going to sweep it under the rug, Capricorn. but they do want to own up to it. What they like the most about you is the Five of Wands. Leo energy. Some of you could have Leo rising or a Leo moon. You are a fighter just like them. And I think that's where your vibrations kind of matched. You could be someone that likes to, likes to kind of put yourself out there and fight for the things that you want. And maybe that's part of why you were so hurt by this, because you gave so much fight into this. And at the time before, it still didn't amount to anything, but they saw you for it. I'm also feeling like some of you guys are the peacekeepers. Like when there's arguments going on, like you are the sounding reason to things. You like to be the one that kind of heals the situation, bring people together. You don't like to have like drama and negativity, and you want to find ways that could kind of soothe that. And I think that's something that they're not used to. I feel like their environment, how they were raised, was very chaotic. And you brought some sort of peace into their lives. I feel with this Five of Wands energy, a little bit of competitiveness, which they do find cute. They do find attractive. I feel with this Five of Wands energy also, like at the same time, you're not a pushover. So even if you generally do like to keep the peace, like if there is something that you need to kind of point out in someone, even if it could, cause some disruption, you'll do it. You're not afraid to speak your mind. I think, but that will take a part of when you really find it necessary to confront someone. But usually you are the peacekeeper, I see. But when it has to be done, you will do it. You don't back down easily, Capricorn. And that's something they find very attractive about you. What they don't like about you is Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Virgo energy. Now, this is interesting because with the Three of Swords, this could mean that you guys may be dating someone else currently. And they may have found that out. And that's maybe why they feel they need to act now before it's too late for some of you. That's just one message. But others of you with Nine of Pentacles in reverse. Okay, this doesn't have to be the truth at all. This could just be someone's perspective, and not everyone's perspective of us is correct. They may have found that like for a while, maybe especially if you came from money, you may have like used like your parents' money to like buy a house, to buy a car. And in some way, if that's the case and you resonate with that, they could have been jealous of that, especially if they didn't have that type of support. I feel as if with the Nine of Pentacles in reverse, you haven't been very open to exposing how you've been doing. You've been keeping that very close to yourself. And I wonder even if some of you guys took a break off social media, haven't been posted as much, or like deactivated your accounts for some time, and they can't see where you're at in life. And they may have been worried if like you're not doing as well. They didn't have that access anymore. Then it made them feel a bit insecure within that. And, for some of you that could be dating someone else or in a relationship with someone else, again, whether this is their own jealousy, they may think that you're with them for their money, or that they're giving you some sort of support, and they may be telling themselves, because it's easier to, they don't know if you really love that person the way that you guys had that love. What they like the most about this connection is the Empress. Yeah, Taurus energy, Libra energy, divine feminine energy. You were there. You were always there to give support, to be that safe space, to be that comfort zone. When you do love, you love with all your heart. And you are someone that just wants to take care of the people you love, wants to be that support system for them, that grounding spot for them. I mean, also with Empress energy, it's Venus energy, and you could be very beautiful, very handsome. And that's something that they kind of were shocked that you would like them because you were so attractive. Maybe at times they thought you were out of their league, and they would think how lucky they were to have you, especially at the times when you dressed out, ready to go out. Like they would be stunned sometimes at the way you look. Now, some of you guys with Empress energy, you could have kids with this person, and they think you're a good parent. They really do. Even if they've been more absent or not as involved, they know how you hold it down. I'm just hearing garage. I don't know if there's like a hangout space in someone's garage, or there's a parking garage where someone lives that they have to park in before getting to your home. I'm hearing that for some reason, specifically for someone out there. But Empress energy, yeah, I think they also saw your high vibration. And maybe a part of this, although it's something that they liked and loved, they didn't know if they could meet you in that. So in the time before, they kind of did something to sabotage it or to hurt or to run away. Whereas now they think with everything they've been through, when you guys were in this separation, they're ready to step forward now in the way you deserve. What they don't like about this connection is the Five of Swords. Aquarius energy, okay, yeah. So, I mean, based off of older versions of themselves, maybe there's been a past where you guys did argue a lot, fight a lot. And I think there's a lot that they said in the past that they wish they could take back, that they said out of anger, that they said, you know, out of a hurt place, that they regret saying. And maybe the last time you ended things was in an argument. And I think they feel really bad about it. I think that they want to address it, and they want to kind of even go through the steps as to how it got there, even though they're uncomfortable with it, even though they know it's going to pull out a lot of skeletons in their closet. And they may be afraid that you're not open to communication. They may be afraid that you're still mad at them, angry with them. And, you know, it's just like they are really kicking themselves for hurting you. And they may be embarrassed by some of the things they did. They may also think that like you're someone who could be very sarcastic. And some of your like jokes could be like grilling them, roasting them. And sometimes maybe they're so on point that it kind of hurts a little or hits a little bit differently. And they're afraid that like you may kind of make fun of them if they were to come back as well. For some of you, obviously not all. Highest hopes is the Nine of Wands, Sagittarius energy. So they're hoping that hasn't been enough damage to where you're not willing to hear them out. That, you know, the guard slowly but surely can be taken down between the two of you, where they can finally open up and let you in a way, in a place that they couldn't before, to help you understand their pain, to help you understand what they were going through as to why they couldn't do what that you wanted them to do in the past. But they're owning it now. They're ready now. They want to share with you their experience, their spiritual awakening, or their progression and their healing moving forward with you. But they're hoping the damage hasn't been done. That's what I feel with this Nine of Wands energy. Deepest fears is the Hierophant. Taurus energy, Capricorn energy. Some of you could possibly be dealing with another Capricorn or someone with strong Capricorn in their chart. So if this is where you are with someone else, they're afraid you guys are going to get married, or that you guys are going to move in together, or that you guys are going to have a life together. And the life that you have is something that they figured out too late they wanted to have with you. I feel, you know, with Judgment and now the Hierophant in this place, like they're afraid that you now see them as you guys are never going to align. You're never going to work. There's nothing that can fix this or, you know, settle this. And you've already passed Judgment to where it's like, I know you can't be the one for me. You can't be responsible. You can't be consistent. And I can't rely on you to do those things anymore. And that they can't show you the growth they've done. They can't show you how much they've changed. That's what scares them. All right, Capricorn. To see the likely outcome of this situation, what is likely to happen and unfold from now to end of the month, you need to be aware of, know about. We're going to go ahead and take this to Vimeo for the extended reading. I'm going to overturn this card here to show you the likely outcome. Pull some more tarot oracle cards that dive deeper into this energy. So if you really felt this reading was for you, I promise there will be more answers and information in the extended reading. So to join me for the extended reading, open up the description box and you'll find the link to Vimeo, which will take you to the extended reading. But if this is where you depart, Capricorn, I really hope that this reading has resonated with you, has given you clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to your love life and what may be happening in the month of July. And if it has, please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Capricorn, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Capricorn.